Hi, I'm Silka Brown, Director of International Sales at PTZOptics, and we're at my favorite show of the year, ISE. So excited to be here in sunny Barcelona, and we're heating up the show floor with our newest launch, the high visibility Move 4K from PTZOptics. So where did this red camera come from? We've been getting lots of questions about it, and really, it started out as a solution that we created together with one of our partners, Detect-It. What they did is they actually automated the supply chain in industrial manufacturing environments, where we would use our cameras, which perform really well in low light scenarios, to zoom in on small little details like screws or other things in the production supply chain to ensure that everything met quality standards. So for an automation solution like that in an industrial environment, they wanted a high visibility camera that could be easily seen in those environments. And thus, the red Move 4K from PTZOptics was born. But really, the story is not so much about having this high visibility camera, but about our approach to solutions. Our partner came to us with a really cool use case. They asked us for something that would take the solution to the next level, and we made it happen. So very exciting story. We're really proud of the partnership, and this has been really well received at the show. Moving along, we've also got a little bit of an education station here, and you'll notice that we just recently won an award, AV Technology Festive Show at ISE with the SimplTrack 3. So what makes the SimplTrack 3 so special? What makes this an award-winning solution? Well, one of the things is the ability for easy automation in a classroom environment. Here, you're actually seeing the web interface for the SimplTrack 3. And because this is our dual lens tracking camera, so you've got a wide angle reference lens, and then you also have this 20x PTZ head that now is following the automation that you can set up so that viewers are seeing exactly what you want them to see. So here in this web interface, you'll see that there's blue boxes, green boxes, red boxes. And so what that does, the green box is the tracking zone. So when a professor is walking back and forth in front of the classroom, they want to be engaging and dynamic so that the students feel like they're right there in person. However, when they go to a whiteboard, the last thing they'll want to see is every little movement, because that might make everyone a little nauseous, right? They want to focus on the content. So you get to a whiteboard or a black screen, you can actually set preset zones. So now the camera will automatically know as soon as the professor enters this blue box area, stop tracking and just show a nice steady pre-shot of the whiteboard, for example. And then you'll notice there's also this little red box up at top. This is a blocking zone. So really, we wanted to ensure that for every scenario in a classroom environment, we've got a solution. So in this case, a lot of classrooms will not want students to be shown on camera for privacy reasons. Now you can create this red blocking zone and ensure that the students never come into the production stream. So one of the reasons we won this award is because of all this fabulous technology. Of course, this is also a PTZOptics SimplTrack 3, so you get a 5-year warranty, you get access to our award-winning support team, and you get that open API, so you're able to integrate with things like Crestron and QSYS in education settings. Moving along a little bit further, we have something very exciting and something that's been really blowing up for us at PTZOptics, and that's our public sector solutions. This is courtrooms, government applications, training rooms for police officers. And we've been really excited to see in the last year, also in many years prior, but lately, especially with our new single frame shot cameras, the Studio SE and the Studio 4K, government applications have been really gravitating towards this because it provides them with reliable, high quality, long-lasting warranty, and affordable solution that they can use in courtrooms. You'll see a close-up shot here of the Studio 4K. It's got quick touch buttons on the side so you can adjust the settings without even having to go into the interface. You've got a you've got a beamforming microphone right here in the front, as well as a time of flight sensor, making this a great solution for conferencing. There's also a tally light. And then here on the back, just like all of our PTZ solutions, you've got versatile outputs. So in the court spaces, very excited to see this take off, as well as some of our other affordable solutions like the Move SE, which is our most popular 1080p PTZ camera. Now we're coming over to live streaming. So PTZOptics has always been a leader in the broadcast space, and we're now taking this to the next level with a new device that's going to be coming later this year, the Power Link. So here you're seeing a little demo station of a complete solution. You've got your Power Link, which essentially uses your network, and it turns any PoE or PoE plus camera into a wireless camera. And here at PTZOptics, we've been getting so many requests for a wireless camera. But instead of just making one wireless camera, we took our existing product line, which is fantastic, and we turned them all into wireless cameras through the use of this handy accessory. You'll see here, we've also added a battery pack, so you can add any V-mount battery to your PowerLink. This one provides about 3 to 6 hours of battery life, or you can get one that can provide over 10 hours of battery life. So the power is in your hands, and this allows you to solve problems like stone buildings where it's hard to run cabling, or sporting environments where the network's cable might be pretty far away. You can now have a lot of flexibility in your production. And then over here, we're showcasing our new web interface for our 4K cameras. So up there, you're seeing our Move 4K. We've also got our Dante aviation-powered solution with our Link 4K. Both of these are able to use this brand new web interface, which unlocks so many wonderful features. We like to call them quality of life solutions because they just make the web interface so more intuitive and easy to use. So I'm going to show you that quickly. Oh, I was already there. Here we go. I'll give you a quick overview of what you can do using this new web interface. One is you can now move your camera simply by dragging it around. So you really get a really nice virtual joystick experience here rather than having to manually move these buttons as we have in the past. You've also got a nice framing mode, so you can select the screen, choose where you want the camera to frame, and it will go immediately there. Other things that we've added, one of my favorites is the preset buttons, because in my home studio, I will sometimes forget what my preset 7 and preset 8 and preset 9 was. Now you can get a little preview of exactly what the preset looks like, and you can also name it. In addition, we have a lot of customers that have live events, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening, and we've created these special banks for them so they can store their presets under a bank, such as morning or evening, now have everything that they need with the correct settings at the touch of a finger with these handy buttons here. And we've also relocated our automation features so they're right here on the screen as well, making it very easy to adjust auto tracking settings or switch to framing or add customization. And then when you're done, you can turn these on and off simply with a toggle. I'm also going to go simply with a toggle. I'm going to do that one. You can also go into color view, and here we've added some really nice color correction tools. So you've got your RGB parade, waveform, vector scope, and also a before and after setting snapshot. And what that is, it gives you lots of versatility with color correction. We have so many users that have their own preferred way of color correcting, and we wanted to provide a handy tool that allows you to color correct your way. So here we go with the wonderful new web interface. The power is in your hands. We've also added a new studio view. And what this does is it takes a quick snapshot. I'm going to hit Create View. It takes a quick snapshot of your view. And then when you hit this person icon, it uses the same facial recognition technology that's in our auto tracking, and it identifies all of the people on the shot. This is a really nice tool if you have a conference or a panel, because now it'll create little presets based off of where a person is located without you having to do it manually. And you can just hit that number and go exactly to the person that you'd like to focus on. So there you have it. You've had a little bit of a quick tour. Very excited because we focused so much more on solutions this year. And that's what PTZOptics is about. And over here, you're also quickly seeing some of our voice tracking partners. Audio Technica is here at our booth. And here, right in the PTZOptics horizon, you can go right into voice tracking. And this is where you can configure a new feature that we're also launching here at ISE, which is the ability to voice track. So the way this works, and I'm going to go right into the configuration section here, is you select one of our integrated partners. Here you have a nice list: Audio Technica, Noreva, Sennheiser's located here at ours, showcased here at our booth as well, Shure MX-A920, Televic, and Yamaha. So once you have one of these integrated microphones, the way it works is the microphone sends positional data to our PTZ camera, Move 4K or the Link 4K, and then the camera pans to the active speaker in the room. Very easy to set up. Just need the microphone's IP address, port. You start the microphone, And then you can also add a switching element if you'd like. So you'll see that we have a few integrated switchers as well. We also have InnoGenie Cam 230 in our demo here at the booth. But in this case, we'll just use vmix. You start the switcher, and now you've got your voice tracking set up. So you'll see that there's 16 zones in this example. And I'm here in zone number 2, and I'm talking. The Audio Technica device is sending positional data to the camera, and now it knows to go to me as the active speaker in the room. You also have a lot of ability to customize this. So simply by hitting this little window, you can select the camera that you'd like to use. You can select the switcher source, and now you can add really seamless, cohesive video switching in any voice tracking environment. So we're very excited to introduce that as well. Coming soon. Right now, this is in beta. It's very easy to access though. So if you go to the PTZOptics updater, you can upgrade your firmware and try it out for yourself. So hopefully, if you weren't able to attend ISE this year, this booth tour was educational. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or our partners at PTZOptics.com.
Hello, and welcome to PTZOptics Live. My name is John Roberts, and I'm, of course, joined by the one and only stream geek, Paul Richards. Great to be here with you, Paul.
Hi, everybody.
So welcome to PTZOptics Live. We're live here on the last Wednesday of every month. We're going to be live on March 25th, talking about a whole new group of things. But today, we're focusing on PTZOptics, the current state of AI and the future, and really getting back to the basics with a certification course. So there's a lot to talk about today. And everything that you're seeing here in the studio is actually shot with PTZOptics. Welcome to PTZOptics Live, the show where your vision becomes a reality. So we're here in the studio today. I'm joined by the one and only Paul Richards, the stream geek. How you doing today, Paul?
Hey, John. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.
So we have a lot to talk about that we're going to get into with some of our live show squares. But of course, to remind you at home, let us know where you're watching and how you're using some of the PTZOptics products that we're showing off today. But actually, everything in the studio is actually using our cameras, whether it's PTZ cameras, fixed frame cameras. We're shooting all with PTZOptics here. And wait, I'm hearing something. Seems like we might have a mysterious guest in the back that doesn't want to show their face yet, but might have something to say.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Grace, the digital marketing intern here at PTZOptics. I'm joining you today behind the scenes here while I gather some exciting content for our socials, and I'm excited to be joining all of you face-to-face next month on our March show.
Mysterious guest over there. I didn't hear him on my end, Mike, but I hope everyone was able to hear the mysterious guest. So we have someone new here in the studio, Grace. She's going to be joining us live next month on March 25th. So tune into that show. But we have a lot to talk about today. So let's jump into our live show squares to go over mainly what we're going to be talking about today. So first and not least, we're going to be talking about visual reasoning. So if you don't know about visual reasoning or what that even means or how it really affects your PTZ cameras or maybe your whole AV ecosystem and workflow, well, you're going to learn a lot about that today. Paul's going to give you the whole guide of what visual reasoning means, where you can find it, and where you can learn more about it with a guide and a course and even a book. So there's a lot to talk about with visual reasoning today. It's going to be our main focus for the show, but it's not the only thing we're focusing on. On our live show Square 2, we're also going to be making you guys officially certified. This is our level 1 certification for PTZOptics. It's going to take you from a hero or zero to a hero, as Gus would always say, from NETGEAR. So we're partnering with NETGEAR Academy, and we're going to be the first camera manufacturer to actually have our own certification. So check that out at academy.netgear.com. And we'll talk a lot more about that very soon. But we want to make sure you guys are also updating your PTZOptics cameras. There is a new firmware for all of our cameras, PTZ cameras, fixed frame cameras. So check that out. You want to update that by following, I believe we have a link in the description where you can learn how to update your cameras right through your web interface. Moving on, we have a great beta group that we want you guys to be joining because there's always new products, new firmware updates. You guys are helping us find the right direction forward. So whether it's, giving us great feedback on what we should develop, new features in our cameras, we actually even just launched a new little piece of software inside of the beta group. So we have a great Discord group. If you want to learn more, go to ptzoptics.com/beta. You can learn more about that. The new tool that they're adding is actually a fleet manager. So you'll be able to bulk update your different cameras. So that's exciting to be able to bulk update your firmware cameras. That is the new fleet manager. You can find that in the beta group in beta testing currently. Alrighty, so some of us, like me and the great people pictured in this image here, Jeff, Soka, Claudia, Juan, our new sales rep in Spain, and Alex that I'm next to there. We all got to go to Barcelona for ISE. We had a wonderful trip meeting some of you guys, going out and seeing the city in the Gothic Quarter. But there was a little bit of a featured PTZ camera, not just one, but actually two over in Avixa's TV studio. And I got to go there and actually give you guys a little bit of a tour of what it was like to be at Avixa studio. Not only just to see our cameras there, but to also see all the hardware integrated with Ross and Avixa. So let's take a look at our full TV studio tour with Avixa. Hey everyone, John Roberts here. We are so happy to be at ISE 2026 on the last day, and we're here in Avixa's TV studio. We are so grateful to be one of the amazing partners that you see here on the board. We have two PTZOptics Move 4K cameras here. One is actually Hive linked, it's our new high visibility camera, and we also have a white camera mounted, both mounted on trusses. So I'm excited to show you how that mounting works. I actually got up there myself and got to mount one of them. So we've had a fun time at the show. Take a look at the whole tour that we're about to show you throughout the studio. Here in Avixa TV studio, they're actually using Unreal Engine to create these incredible 3D graphics that they have below the main presentation stage. So we got to see our logo in 3D spinning around while we were live. So that was a lot of fun. They have a Q script they're using for references on the copy and the scripting as they're live. Even more 3D graphics on this green screen, bringing in a bunch of different partners, a bunch of different hosts throughout the show. So let's continue on and look throughout the main production behind us. We're going to take a little bit of a closer look at Ross's setup. They were a really, really professional setup. At one point in time, they had almost 10 people lined up here doing their live production. So you have controllers for not only for their graphics, but also for our cameras, as well as a whole switching station here to push your graphics, all incredible Ross hardware. You have all your different preview monitors, your different outputs for your individual cameras. Of course, you have your main output mix, and it's really, really quite incredible to see this, right? You can do so much with something like a Yolbox Extreme, or you can upgrade to an extreme level with Ross and Voyager and all their incredible gear. So if you still have time, take a look at some of our other videos here at Avixa TV Studio. Our head of marketing, Claudia, did a great interview, so check that out too. We'll see you guys very soon. So here we are in the main presenter stage, where they not only have an incredible mounted LED wall here, but they have great Shure microphones that they have set up. At some points, they'd even had 4 different guests here, all sorts of great partners that have come on, and podcast hosts that have gone on to talk about some AV gear. And check out their little confidence monitor here. And I shouldn't say little, this is actually a massive confidence monitor, much like what we have in our studio, which is very, very helpful, as always, for on-screen talent. But I want to take you over a little bit over here so you can see our high visibility Move 4K up mounted here with a Ethernet for power. And then we also have it connected for SDI for a 1080p feed. And then we're even connecting that, because it's Hive linked, and we're connecting that all the way to our booth at PTZOptics so that we are able to control and even switch between some presets. So sorry to the Ross guys if you were in the middle of a production and we moved the camera, but that's the power of Hive and Hive linked cameras. There. It was awesome to be a part of the show. Claudia did such an amazing job with her whole presentation, all about visual reasoning. And that is the main topic for today's show. So we're going to jump into visual reasoning with Paul in just a minute here. But before we do, we love when you guys share your vision, when you guys reach out to us and tell us exactly how you're using your PTZOptics cameras and controllers. And we love to show them on the show here today. So if you guys are using anything related to PTZOptics, use hashtag share your vision, whether it's on Facebook. You can join our Discord group at ptzoptics.com/beta. We're looking to share how you're using our cameras and controllers. So there's a lot more coming out from PTZOptics this year. So there will be a lot more for you guys to test in our beta group. And we're excited to show you guys the church. This is Augustana Lutheran Church, and they put together a great little video for us to share their vision. Let's take a look. Thank you so much to Augustana Lutheran for giving us a lot to work with there and to show off how incredible that quality was. You know, using 4K cameras, being able to switch between those individual presets. There's a lot to really admire when we look at that video. So thank you guys, and use hashtag share your vision if you're looking to share. And we, of course, will bring it right here to the live show to share. So it is time. Paul, I'll go right to you and ask you straight up, what is visual reasoning? Why do we care? And is it really that important?
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I am so excited to have completed several months of research on how can we use AI with our cameras, with our microphones? How can we use it for sports, for houses of worship, for all kinds of different use cases, so that we can automate things and really modernize our audiovisual and live streaming systems. And you might notice I got a brand new camera back here. And this is my new camera. It's kind of my behind the scenes camera here that I wanted to test out. This is a camera that me and Tess used to have in our live stream where I can kind of turn to the side and address you guys. But I really think it's worth paying attention to visual reasoning and AI. And so what we decided to do was go out and brainstorm with the industry's top experts and create 20 open source tools that you can use today, totally for free, play around with right now at Visualreasoning.AI. And today I'm going to take you through what those tools can do, You can take them, you can customize them, you can turn them into a product, you can sell them. It's 100% open source, and it's all about education and empowering you to do so much more with the cameras that you have. And for us, we have robotic cameras that are connected to the cloud, and now we have AI. And there's a little bit of a magic happening in between there where we can have PTZ cameras track any object, and we can frame things and color correct things with the help of AI that really is just leapfrogging anything we had in the past. So let's dig into it. It's a really, really cool stuff. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I have Visualreasoning.AI open. And this is the website where you can learn all about visual reasoning. There we go. And so we've got all these different tools. We have an entire playground, and you can kind of decide to get examples on sports, on healthcare, manufacturing, broadcast, education. It's very wide reaching what we can do, and it's all open source. So one of the things I just kind of wanted to do is kind of like browse the website for you and explain what some of these things are. And then we can jump into some of these tools and play around. And that's what it's about, really. It's about jumping into AI applied to Pro AV, to audio, video, and broadcast. So first of all, we have a playground. The playground is totally web-based. You can log in and use it right now. You can go to Visualreasoning.AI, log into the platform. It's totally free. And we're going to go through this right now, but essentially you can start to use AI with your webcam. So any webcam, it could be an NDI camera being pulled in via the web NDI to USB kind of webcam driver that's available. It could be just a USB camera. It could be your smartphone. Any camera you can test visual reasoning with, and you don't have to download anything. Okay, so that's the visual reasoning playground. We also have an entire book that you can print out and read on your own time. It's totally free. You can get a copy on Amazon if you want to get the paperback because your eyes are bleeding from looking at the computer screen so much, like I do. And then you can also look at all of these tools in an open source environment. So what this is actually the visual reasoning playground where all of these different tools, just to give you an idea, allow you to just start to understand what AI can do. And we'll start by kind of showing you how you can describe a scene. We'll show you how you can draw detection boxes. And you'll start to see how AI can be applied because this is like the first wave for PTZOptics. We're giving out the open source tools, enabling you and your company and your friends to learn how to use agentic coding, meaning all of this, by the way, was made by me with an AI coding system. I'm not a computer programmer.
Yeah, that is what's insane. And maybe we take a minute to describe what vibe coding is and how it was able to really help you get to this point and how powerful these tools are, Paul. I mean, I was astonished when you showed this to me the first time. I mean, what was your experience kind of getting into what they call vibe coding and using AI to develop?
Yeah, so, I'm a little bit of an early tech adopter, so I wanted to try this stuff out. And so I got Cursor, which is it comes with some free tokens. You do have to pay monthly for it. But essentially, you just like talking with ChatGPT, but instead of just getting responses in text form, it literally will continue to build apps for you. And I, talked to our chief technology officer, Matt Davis, and we talked for a long time. And then we met this company called Moondream that has a really good vision learning model. So ChatGPT is a large language model that you can chat with, but Moondream and some of these other models are vision learning models, meaning they can see what's happening from your camera and describe the scene, pick out objects. And if it can do that, you can instruct a PTZ camera to follow that object based on detection boxes. So it kind of snowballs, and I want our partners and our customers to really fully go through each of these tools, and we'll do a little bit today, probably not the whole thing, but because you slowly start to build these foundational understandings, and then you're like, oh my gosh, well, if I can do that, can I detect if like a patient is falling out of a bed and save someone's life? Or if I'm in a construction site, can I make sure that everyone's wearing the safety helmets? The applications are incredible. We're working with universities that are using vision language models to operate the PTZ cameras and save thousands of dollars in post-production because everything is automated. So this whole world of robotics and automation and AI, to me, is very, very exciting. If you have a PTZOptics camera, you can do a lot with this. And as John said, you don't have to be a computer programmer. You can these are incredible starting points. The one thing I learned about coding is you can start from scratch. It'll take a while.
Yeah.
Or you can start with an open source project that has it kind of all done and just customize and tweak it. So that's what we're doing here with visual reasoning. We're giving you all the pre-built tools in a lot of different scenarios. It'll save you a lot of headache when you're building something because it already kind of frames it up, and then you can work with an AI coding agent and say, hey, PTZOptics has this PTZ camera controlled detect anything software. It's open source. It's on GitHub. Let's start there, but I need it to track horses that are running around a race.
Yep.
And I need it to tell me how long it took for each lap. And I'm going to show you these tools so that you can build this yourself and you don't have to be a computer programmer. That's the cool part. So let's get back to the website. So this is the website. We've got all these great tools. You don't have to be a programmer to use them. And there's two things here. You can get started, and what that's going to do is log you into the playground. And I'm about to show you the playground because that's a really important piece of this. And then the other piece is you can go to GitHub and you can literally download everything we're going to talk about. So it's all open source. You can download it. You can play with it. And you'll see it all explained here. And then there's a little button to actually try every tool live. It took a long time. It took me a couple months. But I'm really passionate about this because if you guys know me, I've posted a lot of videos. I always try to write books about it. I always try to create sample examples. And this one was right up my alley. I was like, let's go. Let's do this. So what I have here is a PTZOptics camera, okay, in the visual reasoning playground. All right. This is a website, right? It is in Google Chrome. It's in the Google Chrome browser, right? It doesn't require any downloads whatsoever. And I'm just going to full screen it just to make our lives easier. Now, the first thing that I want to show you is that you can add pretty much any camera to the system by simply clicking the Add Camera button. So the Add Camera button, ooh, that was fast. Slow that zoom down a little, huh? The Add Camera button is right there. And you click Add Camera and you can add any camera you want. Now, next to it is a visual reasoning log. And this is important to note because everything that you do is going to show up here. So you can kind of have an idea, oh, it's finding a red camera. Oh, it's describing the scene. Oh, it's counting people. Oh, it's showing how many people it counted. Just to give you an idea, because when you're using visual reasoning, sometimes it can feel like magic. This is all educational. All of these tools explain what they do. It's not like other AI companies where they're hiding everything. It's a black box.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're doing and they won't tell you. And they're just taking all your data and using it to, power their next machine or whatever. This is going to be fully open source, fully customizable for you. Now, you mentioned the red camera. Who was that in the chat that mentioned the red camera? I think that was Josh maybe, or that was Jim.
Yeah.
So let me just zoom into a red camera here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this describe scene button in the top right. And so what that does is a little describe scene button, and I have it set on medium, and every 10 seconds, it's going to take a picture and it's going to send it to the vision learning model. And you can see at the bottom, it's saying there's a man in a tan shirt. Guess that's you, John. In a gray armchair in a dimly lit room. I would say this is a pretty well lit room, but we'll give it a break. We'll give it a break on that one.
A lot of black walls, yeah.
And so what it's doing is every couple seconds, it's taking a picture. Every 10 seconds, it's taking a picture. And it's actually taking a picture. It's sending it to the vision learning model, and it's getting a description. Now, this is a really good way to learn how AI thinks. It's a good way to know what it sees.
Yep. Because
let's see what it says here. It says a red and black security camera sit on a black shelf. Okay. So it's thinking this is a red camera. Let's go ahead and draw a detection box on the red. There's the red camera. Now, if I move the camera over, you'll notice it goes ahead and it refines it. The reason why is because every 10 seconds, it's taking a new picture, right? So every 10 seconds, it's going to be doing that. Now, if we're auto tracking something like a football player or something like that, every 10 seconds isn't going to work.
Yeah.
We need super fast, low latency. And we'll talk about that. If you have questions about latency, I'll answer them. I've done a lot of research on this. Happy to share all the different things that makes this really interesting and fun and cool. So another thing here is I'm going to stop this story mode. And we just took 18 photos and we got 18 responses. And we can download all of that. So the interesting thing about that, John, is if you're a scientist or you're doing an experiment or something, or you just want to have a log of everything that happened in a specific room for security purposes, maybe it's a courtroom, maybe it's for government purposes, you now have images and descriptions of everything that happened in that space.
Documenting the whole event.
So
I love that.
The reason why we're doing this again is to show you what's possible. We are looking for your input. We want to know what tools are interesting for you. We want to go through this together so that you can start to think, oh my gosh, if only I could trigger this every time that happened.
Yeah.
And essentially, if you can see it, you can detect it, you can put a box around it, we can do something with that information. And we're using a vision learning model, essentially. And these are becoming more popular, they're becoming more powerful. And so you can do a lot of things. One other thing I'll show, and houses of worship can use this quite a bit, is people counting. And let's just see. Oh, there are 2 people in this room. It looks like I got that one right, John. Now, if there were 100 people in this room, one of the reasons why I have that range there is because some people might not really be fully included. They can be occluded from the image. And so it's actually interesting. These visual learning models can be creative. And so it can actually take its best guess as to how many people are in your church this Sunday versus last Sunday versus the previous Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can do these interesting things. So, you could just, the pastor, some people are literally sitting at church every Sunday and just hitting a thing and going, there's 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4 person. Yeah. We can do better. This technology is getting better. And that's what people counting is. That's what detection boxes are. And this is just the beginning. So next I want to show you some really interesting tools in the visual reasoning playground. Now, one of my favorites is for sports. So I'll start there. There's a lot of different tools in here. We can describe a scene. We can draw a detection box. We can count things that are coming in and out. We can ask questions about a scene and say, is there anything, is it safe, right? What is rank the safety of this space from 1 to 10? We can, this is a cool one. I'm going to jump into a couple of these, but this one I like is called a zone monitor. And each of these, by the way, has a sample video. So the reason why that's important is because, your webcam might not be the best video to test some of these tools. Mm-hmm. But what zone monitor is, we're gonna draw a zone, and we're just gonna say every time there's a person in this zone, take a picture and log it. Mm. And so you can see here, person walks through. Oh, we missed that guy. I have to hit start monitoring. Sorry. So there's an on-off button.
Instantly, yeah.
The reason why there's an on-off button, by the way, is because every single time that we send an image to the vision learning model in the cloud, it uses an API call. We have integrated into this both Moondream and OpenAI. The reason why we have both of those in there, Moondream is like totally free, by the way, up to like 5,000 calls a day, which is almost like a free call every minute of every day. It's like a lot of free usage because it's very affordable and it's really, really good. But if you're not getting the level of detail that you need, it's not performing quite as well as you need, you can actually upgrade to like OpenAI's really powerful GPT models.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So so this is what the book goes over. I know we're going over a lot right now, but An API key is something you get from a cloud provider that tracks your usage when you're using it in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's different vendors. Moondream is a very affordable one. It's very powerful. Most of what we show in this playground is all built on Moondream. It's totally free to get your API key. You don't even have to put a credit card in. But in some cases, like I'm working on some really advanced stuff, John, with like sports, and I want to see, did they shoot a 3-pointer and how far was it from the basket? And I want to do all this cool stuff, and I'm happy to show that on this live stream. Then, this Moondream might not be able to do it quite as well, and we need to upgrade to the OpenAI.
Yeah.
So that's why those are there. And that's why there's a start and stop button, because we don't want this running 24/7 if we're not really using it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it does cost money once you hit a certain level. Now, the cool thing about Moondream is that you can run it locally. It's open source. It's free. Oh, looks like we've got a comment here.
AI geofence.
AI geofence. He likes it.
I love it. I mean, I think to really break it down, it's a camera, right? Seeing something, understanding what it's seeing, and then acting on what it's seeing.
Yes.
Because it has smart intelligence and it understands the full context of your environment and space. So is that the easiest way to kind of break it down in simplistic terms?
I think so. And the reason why we're trying to explain this to you is because now we can create incredible tools. Like the next one I'm going to show you is an AI photographer. Okay. And these can be designed in a lot of different ways. We can create an AI photographer that takes a picture every time someone's shooting the basketball. Every time the quarterback has got his bat, we can have the idea of taking a picture can be automated.
I love that.
So take a look at my screen here. This is, again, it's a sample video, but you could always switch this, by the way, to your live webcam if you want. But what it's doing is it's saying, when this person smiles, take a picture. So again, like this could be used for so many different ways. If someone is stealing something out of your fridge, take a picture. If somebody is, a celebrity, there's just so many ways that you can use an AI photographer. And I know for a lot of live streamers, right, it's hard enough to operate all the cameras and do the live production. Redland Baptist Church would love to track a basketball.
Oh, we're looking into that. That's for sure.
We can show some stuff. Do we have a basketball around here, Grace? I thought I had a basketball.
We do.
Somewhere.
It's behind that white box.
Behind that white box. Okay, well, bring that basketball over here. We will do that for you guys. Anything you guys want to see, we'll show you the state of the art of what is going on. There is basketball. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right, you want us to track a basketball? Man, these guys are tough, John.
I know this isn't a live game environment. This is a playground more than it is a.
Now, tracking a basketball is literally like, let's go to the most complicated thing that you can do right away. But let's do it, John. Why not? You know me. I like to do stuff like this. Okay, so one of the things I want to show, this is a new tool we have. This is using Moondream. Okay, now. Something to note, right now we are using Moondream. We are using the Moondream cloud. The cloud takes a second or two to send back a response. But guess what doesn't take a second or two to send back a response? Local. If you run Moondream locally. Now, I have to be careful getting too far ahead of myself, John. You know I always get in trouble about this stuff. So I don't want to get in trouble talking about something that's coming in the future or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to type into this box, basketball. Let's be honest, John. Everybody wants to see this thing track any object.
Everyone wants to see it.
We got to do it. Okay. So one of the things here you have is an outer zone and an inner zone. I also just want to, I'm going to turn the PTZ speed down pretty low, just because I don't want, and I'm not even going to turn zooming on. We're going to take this one step at a time here. I'm going to turn it down nice and slow. All right. Now I'm going to hit start tracking and we're going to see what happens here. Okay. So let's give it a second. It's got the webcam. It's got, oh, there we go. Okay. Beautiful. So you see how it's found the basketball there? And it is tracking the basketball. So one of the things that's happening here is it's just going sideways. I have to see why it's doing that. There we go. So using the cloud is just not going to be fast enough for tracking a basketball. Clearly, you have to do one of two things. And by the way, visual reasoning has really opened up my ability to play with this stuff because it's open source, right? And let's try one more different one here that's a little better. We've got a track. Where is it? The framing assistant. This one's a little bit more relaxed. Let's see how this one works. But essentially, let's see if this. I think this one's a little slower. Oh, the basketball's a little hidden, John. How do we put it on the? You can imagine with it moving around so much, as fast as it does, it's gonna need to. There we go. Okay. So you can see it's just really not as fast as I would like. What is the speed? And then there's also a, so anyway, the point of this is the cloud models, they can detect almost anything, but we have to be realistic about what they're capable of in the cloud. And then we have to think about doing it locally on the network, because then it doesn't have to go up to a cloud server and come back, and it takes a second, right? So we have tested local, and it is very fast. It does require a graphics card. So a lot of this is forthcoming. The other thing I will mention too is that computer vision models, like what runs on a PTZOptics camera, is super fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a vision learning model. It doesn't understand the context of where it is, and it doesn't understand the scene. It just knows there's a person, and I want to track that person. And that's why it runs super, super fast. And so I'll give you guys kind of a little example of what I'm working on. This is not complete. I just wanted, this is, I'm hoping to complete by the end of the month. But essentially, what you can start to do with these computer vision models is you can track every single player on a basketball court. You can plot out where they are on the court, and you can do detection boxes on all of them. So this one is still forthcoming. I'm not sure why it's taking so long to load. My internet's, I guess, a little slow today. But that's sort of under construction, coming soon. But I did want to show the scoreboard extractor. That was one that so in some cases, what I would recommend is kind of starting with something that's easy and then working your way up. And if you have the itch to build something cool, definitely do it. It's going to be awesome. Use a computer programming. But here's one here that I think is pretty cool. So what you can do is, let's say that's a scoreboard. That's a scoreboard. There's a home team. There's a visitor team. There's a time. What you can do is you can extract the data from that scoreboard and populate it into your lower third graphics. And so what you would do is you'd send it. This is using Moondream, and it's actually really, really well done. In fact, there's even an example here of populating a lower third right there.
Oh, wow.
So you can actually take that web URL, pop it into OBS or vmix, and it will be an overlay on your stream. And this is just a simple tool. Oh, let's go back to that. That I think is super important. Like, I've done a lot of sports streaming, and you know what is the last thing I have time for? Typing in the score constantly when I'm trying to operate the cameras and make sure everything's working.
Yep.
So you can just point a camera at a scoreboard, zoom it in, extract all of that data. And so you can extract it once, or you can automatically extract it. This is extracting it every 3 seconds. So 3,000 milliseconds is every 3 seconds. That's probably enough, unless you want to do like every second so that you're updating with the actual time properly. Up to you how you want to do that. But yeah, so I hope that kind of gives some good examples of how all of this technology works. Let me see if there's like maybe one or two more cool ones we can show, and I'm happy to answer questions. We looked at the zone monitor. We looked at the smart AI photographer.
Yep.
And like, what I want you guys to think about when you look at these is, okay, a smart AI photographer, that's cool. It takes a picture of someone when they're smiling. What do you care about? Do you want a picture of every time, I'm trying to think, for a house of worship, do you want a picture of the bride every time she's walking down the aisle? Like,
Sure.
I'm just trying to think about
churches
like, what
are
you need it
used
for
more than just sermons every week. Yeah.
Like, what are the pictures that you need? If definitely sports, right? Do you want a picture of every time the basketball is getting shot, and just because you get that like cool shot or whatever? Yeah. It really, if you start to think about merging live streaming and production and photography and automation together, and you can kind of see what all of this is going to enable, and know that PTZOptics is driving in this way. Like, if you have a robotic camera from PTZOptics, we're working hard to bring this technology to you, whether it's open source, like we're committed to open source. We're committed to helping you develop your own tools and not have to pay for expensive proprietary technology. Like, we want to help you. You can create some really incredible stuff, for sure. There's one for OBS where you can use gestures. So you can use it, like, you could just put your hand up or a peace sign, and that would start streaming, stop recording, et cetera, turn off and on scenes. So there's a lot here. I think what I'd like to do is kind of just answer some questions at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of what it could do.
If you guys have any questions, let us know in the chat. Obviously, this is very much in development. It is a playground that we're kind of experimenting with, but that is where you guys come involved, right? You let us know exactly what you guys would use this for. If there's like a feature that you have an idea for that we can integrate, we would absolutely love to hear it. And let us know in the comments if you guys have any other questions before we get to the next part of the show. But we want to hear. I'm so excited about this because this is really the future of understanding video and knowing what to do with it, right? So let us know if you guys have any other additional questions. Looks like Redland Baptist Church is very excited about that scoreboard extractor. There's a lot more tools in visual reasoning. But Paul, where can you find the visual reasoning website so that people can learn more?
Yeah, so you can go to Visualreasoning.AI. There's a book, there's an online course. So this is really at a early adopter stage, right? If you know about this, if you have the vocabulary to even discuss it, you can have some really engaging conversations in your AV club with other broadcasters. Like, this is what we're all talking about. This is what we're all gonna be talking about it in NAB. This is what is driving the change and the innovation in AV, right? In audiovisual technology. And I think I said this, but I'll just repeat this. Audio and video, these are data sources now, right? So the images that are coming out of video streams, you can now pull information out about that. Like, you could say, hey, zoom in to the most interesting person in the crowd.
Yeah.
Audio, equally as important, right? You can listen to the microphones and have it transcribe the text. And you can say, if somebody says, I want to, start a meeting now, you can turn on a display for them. Like, you can do things with the audio and the video and create some just really incredible modern tools.
Yeah, we are at the very forefront of automation, right? That word has been around for a long time, but I think there's so much to explore. I mean, there's still so much that people need to know about PTZ cameras and how powerful they are. And I think this is a great way to teach people, much like the way you and Tess kind of went back in the day to kind of educate people on streaming and how Facebook Live works and how all these new platforms are kind of growing and populating. I think this is the chance now to do it with AI and robotics. I think there's a lot to learn and a lot to kind of grow into. I'm still kind of trying to learn as much as I can, and it seems like it's never ending. It's moving so quickly, right?
Yeah.
All right, let us know if you guys have any other questions. We'll have a space at the very end that we can, have free for Q&A as well. Alrighty, if there's no other questions about visual reasoning, we will jump into the basics. And I know that was a lot. There's so much to get out of visual reasoning at Visualreasoning.AI. But if you're like, whoa, I just want to control my PTZ camera, how do I start out and just understand the basics? Well, that's where NETGEAR Academy is going to get you started. So at NETGEAR Academy, we now have a PTZOptics certification level 1, kind of reviews what a PTZ camera is, the basics, how to control it with our web interface and mix it into your workflow. This is necessary if you are a PTZ end user, an integrator, a reseller. You want to know and be certified by PTZOptics. We are actually the first official camera manufacturer on NETGEAR Academy. So we're so proud to be a part of NETGEAR and work with them to have a course where at the end of it, you will be officially certified for PTZOptics. As far as I'm concerned, it's the first official PTZ course. We've had some with Udemy and some others in the past, but there's a lot to learn. And we have a little video interview that I did with Gus from NETGEAR, and we love Gus. So before we get into that, let's jump right into this video, and you guys can learn all about how you can get certified today. Hey, Gus, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you hopping on our live show today. So tell us a little bit about not only NETGEAR Academy, but a little bit about your background and how you got here.
Hey, John, everybody there at PTZOptics. Well, I am Gus. I have started as, I think, a curious guy wanting to know how come, I remember as a kid breaking down a remote control. I wanted to know what kind of fairies are going there and pressing the buttons for me. So I think that it started with curiosity that brought me into audio first, then photography, video, broadcasting. I had pretty much several works along the way learning this path until I moved from, originally I was born in Brazil, and then I moved to Europe, and then I found myself an opportunity to join the manufacturers. So the first manufacturer that I worked for already had, it was an umbrella company. One of the brands had an open DSP. And because I knew a little bit about some other tabletop programming that was open source at the time, I think one was called Max MSP. This is so old. I don't even remember, but yeah, maybe people can refer to that. That got me into developing products, as in a concept of the DSP within the rack piece. That put me in touch with the one manufacturer, actually developer that I worked for, which was Audinate. And then at my time at Dante, let's say like this, I developed a whole passion for this technology, for how much we can do with networked AV, and how this, puts a new paradigm for us of even creatively how we could explore the network for what it does, for what it could do. So yeah, I think that gives you a little background of my history and how I came, to be a trainer. I think it has a lot to do with passion as well.
It does. Because people can see right through it, right? If you're not passionate, and they'll just see right through it, and they won't be very interested at all. And today on our show, we talked a lot about AI, and there's a lot of reliance on AI right now, and I think there's a lot of good things that are coming out of it, and a lot of things that maybe people are leaning too heavy on. So when you look at something like the NETGEAR Academy, what if someone said, well, I have AI, I can just ask my chatbot how NETGEAR works or how this product works? Why would you tell them, well, the NETGEAR Academy is way bigger than that and way more important than just your chatbot or AI right now?
Well, as much as we want, we can't operate on machine learning processes, right? We as humans, we always need that little contact. So the Academy for everybody here is a free platform curated by us here at NETGEAR with some of our training as well. And starting officially on the 25th of February now, the PTZOptics certification as well. So before I give too many spoilers here, the Academy, so go and visit academy.netgear.com, offers the NETGEAR certification, including the NETGEAR AV certification levels 1 and 2, which will give the students, the professionals, I would say enough knowledge for them to understand the basics of networking, how this refers to AV endpoints now connecting into this network, and how to configure them I would say using the tools that NETGEAR offers, which are the easiest ones in the industry these days. Not only our training, we also offer our partner training on the same platform. So the student, once they learn how to build infrastructure, is now time for them to go and learn and get certified on the devices and on the ecosystems that exist that will end up attaching to this network as well. So visit the Academy, check the many courses. I am currently producing the AV Level 3, so wish me luck on that. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy to see the work that Paul and the team have put into producing this content. Is very good. I would say it brings anyone from zero to hero on their PTZOptics journey.
Oh, thank you, Gus. I appreciate that. And we're excited. We're definitely going to work on a level 2 and really kind of take a step up and really impress people and really educate people. So now that you've entered into the world of cameras and PTZOptics is kind of the first official camera brand that's now making a NETGEAR Academy course, what's the future of NETGEAR Academy and what's your thinking behind opening up to larger partners like this?
Well, the future is bright, right? I think that for me personally, it's such an achievement to be able to share knowledge in an easy, digestible way. Most of our content, as your courses are video based. So anyone, learning on the video format is good because they can, let's say, skip the bits that they already know and review the parts that they are still on the very first steps. So I see the Academy becoming this one-stop shop with curated, relevant, and current, as in brand new training content that is available for free globally on demand. You can take it at your own time. The courses are also becoming more and more popular. So I think that the industry will see the NETGEAR and the other companies offering certification. Then, of course, if you're working with an integrator, if you're working at a higher education, if you're working in broadcast, if you're working in whatever sector you are, and you feel like this knowledge could add value to your business, then surely you have to take it. Take not only the NETGEAR one, the PTZOptics one, and show your customers that you are on the same trend as the whole industry is, offering the network solution as really the best thing for your customer, no matter if they're small, mid, or large. So the Academy will attach value to your business, and hopefully you will learn. You will really be able to translate what you're seeing on the lesson to your everyday operations.
Now, of course, you can access the PTZOptics Level 1 certification course in the description below of this live stream and the video. But Gus, where can they learn more about NETGEAR Academy and take some other courses on the platform?
Sure, just visit academy.netgear.com. There are many courses there waiting for you. It's free to register. Some of the courses are also accredited by Avixa. Most of the courses will add let's say, little boards to your navigation, and you will be ready to rock. Or ready to rack. One or the other. I see the Academy becoming a good tool, and let's say not only a knowledge base, as in a source of knowledge, but a place where you can come back and revisit the items or the modules that you are going to be working with. Not everybody needs to know everything at all times, but it's very good that you have a handy Academy that is free to register or free to access. And then you can also refer to your colleagues, to the members of your team. Everybody should come over to the Academy. I want to see your emails popping up on our database.
That's right. And if you have any suggestions, you have any ideas for future courses, reach out to me, throw it in the comments in the live chat, or reach out to Gus directly. And thank you, Gus, for joining us today. And we are so excited to get to Level 1 and features of a Level 2 as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to see much more training coming from PTZOptics. Thanks, John. Thanks, everybody there in the studio, and see you soon.
Welcome back to PTZOptics Live. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Gus. We love Gus here at NETGEAR. So give him a shout out on LinkedIn or any social media. If you're using the PTZOptics course or you're just getting started, let him know and shout out Gus. He's the best from NETGEAR. So someone asked here, Josh was asking, is the Academy limited on software and controllers? So I can say right now we have one certification course from PTZOptics. It mainly focuses on our cameras, learning about what a PTZ camera is, integrating it with some of our controllers as well. The NETGEAR Academy actually has a lot more training beyond just even NETGEAR. There's QSYS training, there's PowerSoft training, there's all sorts of different training. It's all for free. You can even get some Avixa credits, kind of tie in our Avixa TV studio into the show here today. So for PTZOptics portion of it, it's really just focusing on our PTZ cameras and our controllers. But that's the thing, and that's what I want to also ask you guys. If you have an idea, if you want to integrate and you want us to spend a portion of the next certification courses on integrating with certain hardware, switchers, audio, whatever it may be, our ears are always open. So reach out to us, and we're gladly open to any kind of options that you guys might have to consider for certifications. I mean, our products work with almost anything when it comes to the AV space, so we're open to really making any sort of collaboration to show off how to be certified further.
John, we are going to work on a level 2.
Yes, we are.
So that's coming up soon. So if you take level 1 and you got some ideas, let us know. But it sounds like a deeper, and we thought about that, a deeper dive into software, a deeper dive into the controllers.
Absolutely.
And we've got a whole list of deeper diving. We just want, from my perspective, I knew that the visual reasoning course was coming out, and I knew we have got to have a level 1 before we start to do some of this way more advanced stuff with AI. So we've got level 1 now. Level 2 would be much appreciated, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, integrating with NETGEAR switches, I think would be great. And there's all different workflows that we can kind of present in a certification. It's got to get harder, though. That's the thing, right? Got to get harder, but maybe we also make some easier courses for different gear that are going to be coming out later in the year. So there's a lot more to come from that, but let us know if you have any thoughts or opinions. But I know a lot of you guys love our giveaways here. We usually give away a Move SE or give away a Hive Studio license. So this time around, we don't have a giveaway for this show, but we are going to announce a giveaway at this show. And the giveaway is going to be for March 25th. So Mike, I have some slides back there. Yeah, we are actually going to give away a Move 4K this time. So normally we give away a 1080p camera. We're going to give away our 4K camera with our best high-end automation. And that's going to be given out on the next live show on the 25th. So if you're wondering how you can enter into this giveaway, well, this is a little bit different. It's not just a gleam. It's not going to be trivia. We're going to make you do a little bit of work. If you want that 4K camera, we want to see how you're using your current models of cameras. So unfortunately, if you're on the G2 or on an older model of camera, this is specifically just for videos that are submitted that focus on either the Move SE, the Move 4K, a Link 4K, or our Studio series of fixed frame cameras, and of course, our dual lens SimplTrack 3 camera. So if you guys have any of those products and you're looking to add another fixed frame camera, add another camera, PTZ Move 4K, then all you'll need to do is create a quick video for us, just 90 seconds or under. You're going to capture footage from the camera, of course. You're going to capture, of course, some shots of the camera, maybe if it's being installed or you're moving the camera around back and forth. And then we just want a quick video on how it's really changed your workflow, how it's improved your AV setup, and really how you use it. We just want to learn a little bit from you. And we're going to showcase this all on the live show on March 25th. So truly the deadline is a little less than a month. It's on March 21st. But again, this could be a 30-second video, could be a minute-long video. We are going to actually pick a first, second, and third. The second and third place will be given a $50 gift card each. So everyone will be a winner in the top 3. So even if you don't win the Move 4K, second and third place, we'll happily give you guys an Amazon gift card for being a part of this and really showcasing how you're using your PTZOptics products. Alrighty, so if you guys are excited about that, so are we. So we are excited to see what comes in from you guys, some of the great videos that we get and how we can showcase it. We'll try to show as many as we can on the live show. So we're looking forward to see what you guys kind of deliver and see how you guys are making awesome videos out there as well. Alrighty, so this is the time at the end of the show where we talk and open it up for Q&A. If you guys have any questions about anything we kind of spoke about, again, you can find our NETGEAR Academy PTZOptics certification course at NETGEAR.academy.com. You can learn more about it there. Any questions at all? We'll keep it open for a little bit. Thank you for joining,
everybody. It has been a really fun show. Stay in touch. If you have ideas, if you have questions, let us know. We're super excited to be here for you.
Thank you so much, Paul. And just before you go, if you're looking to find PTZOptics products, if you're looking to kickstart your project today, well, we can make it really easy for you. We have a quick slide that we can show that'll kickstart your project. So if you're looking where to find PTZOptics near you, we have a big global map. You scan that QR code, you can find a reseller near you to get started with your next AV installation or project. And then, of course, if you guys want to speak with me directly, you can reach out to me and book a meeting with me directly by scanning this QR code or emailing me directly at jon.roberts@PTZOptics. And you can book a meeting with me or just chat with me via email. So I want to thank everybody for joining today. It's exciting future for robotics and PTZOptics. So tune in on March 25th, where we'll review a little bit more of visual reasoning and the future from us here at PTZOptics. Thanks, Paul, for joining me today. And we'll see everybody very soon.
Bye, everybody.